Here we are at Sacred Acres with Richard. You just got your name's Richard, right?
Yeah, Richard.
And you just got through with this performance of Sacred Acres. How do you like the venue?
Oh, it's a beautiful space. With all these wonderful trees and the wide open grass here. Yeah, the birds singing.
Birds were singing
Yeah,
pretty
gorgeous.
good. So you noticed that as you were hitting the gongs and
Oh yeah, I could hear the birds singing while I was playing sometimes. Yeah, not so much over the loud gong part, but when I was playing the bowls or the flute. Yeah, my last name is Brookens, by the way. Brookens.
okay, perfect. And so we can find you on Facebook there, huh,
Yeah,
Richard?
Facebook or Instagram. Either
And
one. Just look for my name.
You're traveling right now. This is your first stop in your tour.
Well, actually, not the first stop at all. No, I started at the end of April in Punta Gorda.
Punta Gorda?
Yeah, down in South Florida on the West Coast. Yeah. And I also played in Orlando, Sarasota, St. Petersburg, and Gainesville.
So you played quite a few places.
Yeah.
You performed at quite a few places.
Yes. Yeah.
Which was your favourite one so far?
Oh,
Sacred Acres?
well, they're all so different. You know, that some of them are sound healings, and I had a really good sound healing in Punta Gorda and in Orlando. And then I did a jazz gig last night in Gainesville. That was a lot of fun. And I did another jazz gig on Thursday in Gainesville. That was also a lot of fun.
You played with a jazz band, was it?
Yeah. I played with a piano player Thursday night, and then with drums and bass on Saturday night last night at the Bull in Gainesville.
You have to hit the gong pretty hard there, right?
Well, I didn't bring the gong into the jazz gigs, but I did bring my bowls and the chimes and a couple of little light percussion things that I use sometimes. You know. Yeah, I did a kirtan also, call and response chanting, where I played the udu, the clay pot, and whenever I do a sound healing now, I try to end with that song that we sang today, "Inner Peace, It's Up to Us."
Oh, that
the
was
one
a good
that I
one.
wrote. Yeah.
Oh, you wrote that one?
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
Perfect. Well, I'll have to publish it on YouTube or something.
Well, it is. It's online in Bandcamp. You can look for my name in Bandcamp, and I'm on YouTube with my name also. I'm in a bunch of different platforms, but all my stuff is in Bandcamp. Some of my stuff's on Apple. Some of my stuff's in different platforms, Spotify and all those kinds of places. But
So you're quite famous already, eh?
I don't know about that. Once in a while, I run into somebody that says they know who I am, but I wouldn't say I'm really famous.
Because they say, I'm healed. The more they say that, the better, right?
Yeah. Well, I get a good response most of the time from the sound healings. A lot of people feel.
How did you learn how to heal with sound, Rick?
Well, I learned because when I was 10 years old and got my saxophone, I didn't think of it that way, but it was really therapy for me to play. You know, and part of it's the breath work that I talked about during the event today, where you take a big breath in and then you exhale slowly to play an instrument or to sing. You're doing pranayama, which is the breath work from yoga, where the exhalation, if it's longer and slower, then the nervous system starts to slow down. Your brain is the biggest part of your nervous system, so you get a release from all the thoughts that are racing around our heads most of the time. You know, when you sing or if you play a wind instrument. So I knew that when I played, I always felt better. And then as I grew up and I got older, and then I started teaching yoga about 25 years ago, yoga and meditation. And I started practicing yoga probably 50 years ago, maybe 45 years ago, I guess. And it kind of felt the same way. It gave me a relief, kind of from the round and around in a circle thought patterns that most of us, we're thinking about the past or the future all the time. Hardly ever in the moment. Only when it's something really intense.
So the breathing gets you in the moment then, eh?
Yeah, it brings you into your body in the moment that you're in. If you can take a pause and just take a few deep breaths, you'll find yourself right there.
So I've got this concept in my breathing techniques. I call it puff cheeks and pursed lips. Puff cheeks and pursed lips. So it slows down your exhale.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you can do it that way. Yeah.
Up.
Yeah.
Then I've also got this concept called I've forgotten.
It's okay.
But it's a list of concepts. This is your concepts now, and they are aligned with much of the concepts that I try to teach people to breathe through the nose deeply. Exchange the gases. You're breathing out the gases through the mouth and then inhaling the nitrogen and the oxygen. Most people don't know there's a shitload of nitrogen you're getting up into your brain, right?
When you're inhaling.
When
Yeah.
you're inhaling.
Yeah.
What's that nitrogen doing?
You tell me. You're the one that brought it up.
Well, it's making this substance that actually causes vasodilation, like you're saying.
Oh, okay.
It opens up your arteries and stuff, so you relax.
Ah, okay.
So it's that nitric oxide, along with the
Yeah.
slow exhalation, like you're saying, it creates the vasodilation.
Right.
Is double whammy.
Yeah.
Sounds like.
Yeah. So if you breathe through your mouth, you can breathe. We're pursing your lips, which regulates the air. But a lot of people breathe through their mouth and it just goes right out.
Yeah, right out.
And so they don't get that effect of the slow exhalation.
No.
So you can do it like you did it with your pursed lips. And sometimes I tell people if you're clogged up, do that. You know, to make a straw-sized hole in your lips.
Okay.
But in yoga, generally we breathe in and out through the nose because it regulates the air a little bit.
Yeah.
And of course, it filters it on the way in, but then if you exhale through your nose, it also slows it down. It's hard to really push all the air out fast through your nose.
Yeah,
you can try,
but you can't get all those deep areas in your lungs.
It's just hard to do it fast.
Breathing out through your nose.
You can. No, you can empty your lungs through your nose.
More empty your lungs through the mouth.
Well, I don't agree. I think you can exhale slowly through the nose. I've experienced it, and you can exhale completely. It's just a matter of using your diaphragm and your abdominal muscles to push all the air out.
Okay.
Right. That's what does it. That's actually what pushes the air out.
When I'm sleeping, I'm finding I'm using the nose and only the nose in inhalations and exhalations. But when I'm doing some light exercise, let's say,
you might not get enough air if you don't breathe through your mouth. Yeah, but if you're not clogged up, you can work that out. Sometimes I need to breathe through my mouth if I'm really working hard or something, but for breath practices, I always breathe in and out through my nose. It's a minor difference.
So you've got a very good nasal olfactory system.
I do the neti pot every morning.
Do you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. After I had radiation for cancer on the left side of my neck and everything, it messed up my lymph system. So I find every morning I wake up, my left side's clogged up.
Is it?
And I have to open it back up with the neti pot.
The neti pot.
Yeah.
And what do you just put sodium and water in?
Well, it's a special kind of sodium. You want to use nasalt. It's really fine, so it doesn't get stuck in your sinuses and burn your sinuses, right?
Okay.
So you buy a special, and it comes usually with a neti pot when you buy your first one. And you put a little pack. It comes in pre-measured packets most of the time. And you put one packet in, and then you use hot water. Not too hot, but hot as you can, easily take. And that helps melt the mucus, and I get a lot of mucus every morning out of my head. It doesn't matter what I eat. I eat really clean usually. Like today, all I've had is fruit. And I'm going to go have a meal now soon after we pack up.
Okay.
But yeah.
Diet plays a lot into how congested you become.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. People that eat dairy and also meat, a lot of different kind of foods, like bananas can cause some mucus, but not like dairy.
Gluten grains too.
Yeah, grains can cause mucus. Exactly. You're right. Yeah. There's a lot of things.
Mostly dairy and gluten grains, I find, create some mucus.
Yes. Yeah.
So if you can inhale through the nose clearly and deeply and easily, then you're doing something right with your diet.
Yeah. Well, what you'll find is that one side of the sinuses alternates being more open than the other about every 3 to 4 hours if you're healthy.
Yeah.
But if you're not, if something's going on, especially in your head, of course, and one side stays mostly closed, then you need to deal with that before it gets to be a problem. So that's why I do the neti pot every morning. And sometimes I do it again in the afternoon if I'm not clear again.
Yeah.
So I just keep clearing it out. And I get a lot of mucus. It's amazing. My lymph system's just not functioning there, I think. That's my best guess.
Okay.
I have several things on the left side because of that radiation that messed me up, but you just deal with it.
Yeah. Well, we really enjoyed your sound therapy and hope to get to see you again sometime.
Well,
in the near future, Rick.
Thank you.
And would you like to say anything to Jan, who hosted you?
Oh, well, I want to thank her. It's a beautiful space, and I'm so grateful that you opened it up, for us to use. And I hope to be back here sometime.
Brilliant.
It'd be beautiful to come back.
We'll see you on the other side, or
yeah.
when you get back down here. So where's your next location?
I'm heading to Winston-Salem now to see an old friend that I used to, for like about maybe 7 or 8 years, we played a jazz gig together. He's a bass player.
Okay.
And I'm going to go visit him and his family, and we're going to go play some places and sit in. He might have a gig, I'm not sure. But
great. Winston-Salem, that's in South Carolina?
North Carolina.
North Carolina.
Yeah.
Brilliant. Okay, well, I'll post up a video and I'll send you a link.
All right, man. What's this for?
Just for interview. Fun? You've been interviewed.
But where are you going to put it?
YouTube.
Oh, okay.
Perfect.
Great. Yeah.
Want to say anything to the YouTube fans of yours?
Well, you can find me on YouTube. I have a lot of videos of meditations. I'm playing flute or bowls or singing a mantra.
Perfect.
I don't know how many I have. Quite a
What's the
number.
YouTube channel?
It's just under my name, Richard Brookens. Actually, Richard Brookens / Yellow Bell Music.
Perfect.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, we enjoyed you, Richard.
All right.
Loving
Thank
you,
you.
brother. Loving you.
Thank you.